is my last night in France, Monsieur, Monsieur, so tonight is our last chance.
This is the early demo take of My Love, My Life. Let's talk about the story of this precious 1976 ballad from ABBA. Most information and research for today's video come from Carl Magnus Palm from his book The Complete Recording Sessions. My Love, My Life was released on ABBA's fourth album, Arrival. The song started live as an early demo called Monsieur, Monsieur. An excerpt was broadcast on Swedish radio in 1976, unfortunately mostly obscured with dialogue by Agneta and the host. And there is also an instrumental version of that demo of Monsieur, Monsieur, also broadcast on that radio show. Agneta said, "All of us who were in the studio felt that this wasn't really right. It didn't sound at all like we'd imagined it would." On this demo, it's just a basic track with Benny on keyboards, Lasse Welander and Björn Ulvaeus on guitar, Ola Brunkert on drums, and Rutger Gunnarsson on bass. The early lyrics deal with a romance in Paris, which is now over, and this would evolve for the final song, My Love, My Life, but Björn would pick up this theme and the Paris setting 4 years later for the song Our Last Summer. Even the line about walking along the Seine is still included 4 years later. Apart from this radio broadcast, Monsieur, Monsieur was never released by ABBA, and 4 weeks later, after they recorded that demo, ABBA went back into the studio and created an entirely new version of the song, which would turn out to be this lavish ballad, My Love, My Life. For this new song, string and choir arrangements dominate the soundscape. This is the very first ABBA song ever, for which ABBA's bass player Rutger Gunnarsson created a string arrangement, which he would continue to do for many subsequent ABBA songs and recordings. And this new take has a much slower tempo than the demo. The title My Love, My Life was provided by ABBA's manager Stig Andersson, and Björn wrote new lyrics. I must say I really like Björn's lyrics for this song, which I think were quite sophisticated. Lines like, "I've seen it on your face, in the mirror of your eyes." The atmosphere reminds me of Björn's later picturesque lyrics for the song One Man, One Woman. And those lines, was it a dream, a lie? Sitting here close to you, knowing that maybe tonight we're through. It's quite heartbreaking. For the arrangement of the song, for the arrangement especially of those backing vocals, Björn and Benny got inspiration from the 10cc song I'm Not in Love from 1975. But there is a big difference. 10cc achieved those dreamy, whispery choirs by spending 3 weeks multi-tracking tape loops. At the end they added up 256 voices. ABBA simply overdubbed their live vocals over and over the way they used to do. And Björn and Benny are not 100% satisfied with the song, with the final result. Benny says that it's almost one of his favorite songs, but he feels that the recording became too sluggish. And Björn is also not too convinced of the recording and says that it should have been arranged another way. Besides this demo, Monsieur, Monsieur, there is also an unreleased instrumental sing-back mix of My Love, My Life in the archives, with the backing choirs included, and there is also a backing choir rough mix created in 1979. My Love, My Life was re-recorded by ABBA in 1979 for a rehearsal tape for their upcoming concert tour. This was taped live in the studio, but the song was eventually never performed live by ABBA in concert, and this rehearsal recording remains unreleased and locked away in the archives. In 1983, Björn wrote new lyrics for the musical version of the song called Like an Image Passing By, recorded by Elaine Page for the musical ABBA Cadabra. ABBA's song is one of those deep cuts that keep appearing here and there on the compilation from ABBA with Love in 1984, on the box set Thank You for the Music in 1994, and lately on ABBA's Valentine's single. This heartbreak song is included along with Lay All Your Love on Me. In 1977, Arthur Greenslade included the song on his instrumental album of ABBA songs. Agnetha named one of her compilation albums after the song, and Benny himself recorded his very own piano version of My Love My Life for his album Piano. And around the same time, Benny and his band recorded a version for the movie Mamma Mia, Here We Go Again. The song here was performed by Amanda Seyfried, Lily James and Meryl Streep, and became one of those poignant scenes in the film. Back in the day, ABBA themselves performed their song on television twice, for ABBA in Poland and for Swedish television the ABBA Dabba Doo TV special, a magnificent music video focusing on Agnetha with some special effects. This performance, the entire show, was released on DVD on the Arrival Deluxe Edition. What do you think of ABBA's song My Love My Life from their album Arrival? Let me know your thoughts and memories in the comments down below. Alright, until then, hey do!